Well, I'm Chris Richter, and I have a company called Beyond the Ink, which is the first company in the world to tap into the tattoo education market for clients, for people who actually want to get tattoos. There's a base knowledge they should know, both for health and aesthetic reasons. I don't know what else you want. When I started all of this with Beyond the Ink, I didn't realize it. I did and I didn't realize it at the time, but I have a company that's marked into, it's tapped into a market that nobody ever realized was there before, that nobody ever realized how necessary it was and how needed it was and how wanted it was. And because of that, I've faced several difficulties over the last 2 years in developing it, because I don't follow any one company type, because I'm a brand new educational service out there that needs to educate everybody in the world. I don't follow any specific type of business, and because of the amount of people that I'm trying to reach and the mass amount of people I'm trying to reach, that also has been difficult. And the fact that a lot of people didn't even realize this market existed to begin with. So what I have is basically untapped potential, unlimited potential, because tattoos touch every mark of society, every culture, every demographic, every type of person. Doesn't matter who you are or what you do, somebody in your demographic is getting tattooed. So it's an unlimited, untapped market that we hold in our hands right now. Just because, rules about it. What I teach here, I can go to any other country, get a translator, and teach the same exact way I teach it here, and it would be fine. Minus the laws and the level of education as far as health goes that that country might need is the same across the board. Within that, I hold the Global Tattoo Community Network. Now they hold everything else, because every type of person, every age, every demographic, no matter what you do, everybody gets tattooed. So within our global network that we have, we hold the world in that. So we have the potential to, and that's what Tattoo Culture Magazine is set out to do, the new online digital magazine that we're hoping launches at the beginning of January. We're still working on that. But that's what tattoo culture is. It touches everything, every walk of life, every subject matter. I mean, everybody gets tattooed. So within that, we have the potential to touch every market out there, if done correctly, which we are setting it up to be able to do that. We can work with any company can advertise, we can work with any individual. It doesn't even matter if you have tattoos. If you have or want to grow an appreciation for this art form that's been around since the dawn of time, then you're a part of our community. You don't actually have to have tattoos to be a part of this community. So, yeah, we hold the world in our hands. It's just gonna take the developing and the money to allow us to develop it.
What's your name again?
Chris. My website, well, first off, the mass general public needs to understand that there is major health risks involved in getting tattooed. Whether it's in a professional studio or in a home, there's things that the average client needs to be aware of. One of the most dramatic examples I can give is that the hepatitis, the HIV and the AIDS virus can die within several minutes of contact with air. The hepatitis B virus can live up to 2 weeks on any given item. So cross-contamination can occur anytime that artist touches any unsterilized object, like their phone or whatever it is, with the gloves they're wearing, and then they return to work on their client. If proper procedures haven't been followed, there can be a risk of cross-contamination, which means basically giving that person hepatitis or whatever disease, which can ultimately change and end their lives. So people don't understand those health risks involved, and they don't understand different things involved with it, and I don't think that there's a good there's no good source out there right now teaching people this sort of thing, and it needs to get out there. So, like with Beyond the Ink, I have the ability to work with state health departments to focus on educating the public on all of these things that they should be aware of, which is going to be the quickest and most effective route of doing anything. You can regulate all you want, but without actually educating clients, it's not as effective. So that's going to be the most effective and quickest route, but ultimately working with, I mean, I hold the tattoo community, the real tattoo community in my hands, like in my networks, in my friends' networks. So working with them to actually create and establish the laws within each given state, city, county, however it's established. Ultimately, there should be just a federal guidelines for tattoos. It's really difficult to have right now because we have some states. I mean, Oklahoma, it was like 2006 when Oklahoma legalized tattooing. Like, even just to say it was legal to even do. Like, before 2006, you couldn't even have a tattoo shop. You weren't allowed to tattoo in the state of Oklahoma. So, from going from an unregulated state or a state where it was illegal to now wanting all the states to be regulated to some extent, you have to figure out what regulations need to be. You have to have a training program set up for the people that go in and inspect the shops, and you have to have enforcement. And the law has to be involved in helping enforce the laws. The people that are tattooing out of their homes shouldn't be able to get away with tattooing out of their homes, and that's something that has been far overlooked. And all of those, like any state that's regulated, still has issues in any one of those given areas. And from the perspective that I have within the public and the tattoo community, I have the ability to help fix all of that within my networks.
You operate on a global network?
What's that?
You have a global network?
Yeah, very much a global network. Because the tattoo community itself, I grew up in this, going to tattoo conventions on a regular basis because I was getting tattooed and I thought it was fun, meeting everybody. Really, the tattoo community, the global tattoo community, is actually a very close community. I mean, I go to conventions and I know tons of people at the conventions because it's the same people going, because it's the same community. So within that, I mean, I have friends. That's how I've been able to travel for the last 9 months without getting hotel rooms everywhere, as I stay with tattoo artists everywhere that support my goals and what I'm doing. So I've traveled for the last 9 months almost for free, if you think about it. And that's because of my network, not to mention the global network that we hold. BeyondTheInk.com, there's 2 Th's in there. And then I have Facebook, it's facebook.com/BeyondTheInk. And then I also have Instagram, my username's BeyondTheInk. And my network's set up so that everybody can follow all my tours, follow my progress, follow everything along those lines, and has been for the last couple of years. So